So today's video is going to be a makeup I just bought because of the packaging. I've been seeing this video going around for a while and I thought it would be a fun video to film. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I have a lot of products to talk about. So there are a few brands specifically that I would like to talk about first. And this brand, I would have to say that they really do rely on packaging a ton, especially, the past few years. I mean, I feel like this brand has been all about the packaging, but also the quality of their products is really, really good. And the first brand that I have to mention is Glamlite. So Glamlite, oh my God, I really just can't sometimes as soon as I sit down to film. So with Glamlite, I feel like their packaging is really just the full experience, and I really do love like the detail that they put into their packaging. I know some people think it's a bit gimmicky, but I just think it's so much fun. I think it puts the fun back in makeup. Um Over the past like few collections though, I've been kind of getting a bit tired of their collabs. I really wish that they could go back to like their food themes, and I just feel like the past like few collections that have launched since after the most recent palette that I had gotten from them, which was the Red Velvet Cupcake, which I will talk about in a minute. That's the last palette that I've actually picked up from Glamlite, and that was back in May of 2021. So it has been almost 2 years since I've picked up a Glamlite palette. That's a long time. I was kind of tempted by the Frosted Flakes one and also by one of the Hershey Kisses ones. And I thought that the Frosted Flakes and the Hershey Kiss collabs made sense because they were both food themed. And I was like, oh, that's super cute. I really, really like that. But I feel like the past few collections have been very, they do nail it every single time. They always nail the theme. And I think it's just so much fun. But at the same time, like, I just would wish that they would go back a little bit to their roots because I feel like it's getting a little bit makeup merchy at this point, and I also feel like it's kind of getting a tiny bit hip dotty, and we're going to talk about Hip Dot as well. But Hip Dot is basically a brand that relies on collabs and packaging like solely, but also Hip Dot's quality is really, really good as well. So what I don't mind these brands coming out with really fun, almost kind of insane packaging. Like some of the stuff that Hip Dot comes out with is a little bit nuts, but the quality is really good with these brands. So I don't really mind it as long as you keep up with the quality and you're not just relying on the packaging and the product itself isn't that great, then I have no interest in it. But I feel like the past few years, especially 2020 through 2022, I really did get sucked into packaging. I really thought before like 2020 that I really just bought products because I thought they were really, really good. And I'm not saying that that wasn't true, but I would have to say over the past couple of years, I've definitely added more things to my collection, especially in 2020 and 2021. 2022, I kind of calmed down a little bit. I didn't go as crazy to buy everything. I still bought a lot, but it wasn't as much as 2020 and 2021. I think I did a little bit better in 2022. But anyway, I would say now that especially ColourPop, if it wasn't for half of the theming of their collections, like their Disney collabs and all of that, I probably would not have added any of that stuff to my collection if it wasn't Disney. So I really just have to think about that and put that into perspective, that it's like I really did buy those products because of the packaging, but I also ended up loving the products as well. So let's talk about Glamlite first. So the first palette is the Glamlite Red Velvet palette, and I just love the whole outer packaging, that it looks like an oven, and then when you open it up, the cupcake pops out. I just think it's so adorable. So I keep all the outer packaging that I have for Glamlite, but I just love the red color. I think it's a really fun vibe, and I also love the ombre red on the outside, and I love that the sprinkles go up and down. I just love the full experience of it. And then on the back, it has the nutrition facts. Like, isn't that so adorable? And then we'll just show a quick overview of the color story, and then also has this sprinkle imprint on the inside. So I just think that's super cute. I'm not going to go into the color stories really. I'm just going to be talking solely about the packaging, but I just love that full experience of it. It's not like annoying. I like that they made this one a little bit smaller, and it's just so satisfying, and it's just really, really cute, fun packaging. And then same with the pizza slice palette. I love that it comes in a pizza box. I think that is just beyond adorable. Hopefully I can get this one open. And I love that it just comes like you're eating a slice of pizza. Like, it's so cute. And then when you open it up, there's the pepperoni slice, and it has like the toppings on top, and it says what's your favorite topping. And I just love the whole aesthetic of this and the shape of it. Let me not drop it. And I also love the outside. And then this is the actual pizza slice. I mean, are you kidding me? It's so cute. And then on the inside, you have the actual pepperoni print. And there is the color story. I'm not going to take the insert out. But I really like this palette as well. I really like the color story. I even like down to the names, how much they think about it, like pepperoni and salami and bacon. Like, it's just so cute. I love it. So I definitely bought this 100% because of the packaging. This was also my first Glamlite palette, but it's just so much fun. I think it's adorable, and I really do think that they think about everything and just the full experience. And then it says ingredients on the side. It's just so freaking adorable. So that's another one. And then the next one is the pie palette, and it's just, again, the packaging is so adorable. I love how it comes in a pie box. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you almost open this and you want it to smell like a pie, but it doesn't. But you get that feeling when you get their products. It's like, I really feel like this is going to smell like a pie, but no, it smells like plastic, but still, like, you get like that craving for it, and I think they nail it with that. And then this is the actual pie. Again, it's freaking adorable. And then on the inside, it even has the pie imprint, and it has the slice of pie kind of mirror. Like, how cute is that? And then again, the names and everything. It's just adorable, and I love this. This is like softer packaging, a little bit more cushiony. Just super adorable. Again, love the entire experience of this. And then the last one, again, is the chocolate donut palette, which, again, kind of has the same vibe as the pie palette. It has, like, that round packaging, too. I don't know why I keep on catching my hair. It's driving me nuts. And then, when you open it up, it opens, like, a donut case. Like, are you kidding me? Like a donut box. And then this is the chocolate sprinkles chocolate donut palette. And then when you open it up, it's just the mirror is kind of shaped like a donut. And then again with the colors and everything. This is one of my favorite Glamlite palettes, and I just love the color story and everything about this. And again with the names is so adorable. And then on the back, it just has the ingredients and everything. But I love how soft this packaging is. Honestly, Glamlite has become really just a display brand for me. I display all of their eyeshadow palettes on my bookshelf, and it really just has become a just fun thing to look at, honestly, because I really don't reach for their palettes too often, but they sit on my bookshelf, and I'm just like, these are literally so adorable, and I just love everything about the packaging of these. So that definitely had to be the first brand that I mentioned. And then the next brand that I really want to talk about, I just want to mention one more thing from Glamlite, because honestly, this is probably the thing that really gets me thinking about this product and making me want to eat it so bad every single time I look at it and use it, and that is the Glamlite Frosted Flakes highlighter. Now, I just am obsessed that this looks like a bowl of cereal. Like, are you freaking kidding me? I love that it has the like Crispies on top, and it looks like it's in the milk bowl, and it literally makes me want to take these flakes off of here and just start eating them. Like, that's how much I think of Frosted Flakes cereal when I look at this. Like, they really did an amazing job with this packaging, and the highlighter is absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. It's super blinding on the cheeks, but just everything about the packaging of this makes me crave Frosted Flakes cereal every single time I look at it. And I'm just like, Glamlight, you got me with this. You really do. And my mouth is watering right now just looking at this. Like, I need to stop. Like, it really makes me want a bowl of cereal right now. Like, that's insane. Like, how good that packaging is to make me crave freaking Frosted Flakes. But also, that's good for Frosted Flakes because then they can just get more money out of me. But at least we always have a bowl of Frosted Flakes cereal. And Frosted Flakes has always been my favorite cereal when I was growing up. So I did seriously contemplate getting the palette for a while, but I was like, Caitlin, you are never going to use this palette. You really don't need it. It was honestly just going to be for aesthetic reasons and for packaging. It wasn't going to be really to use it all that often. So I decided to skip over it and just get the highlighter, and I have no regrets about that because the highlighter is adorable. Love the packaging, and this product is stunning. So let's talk about Odenzai next. Odenzai definitely knows what they are doing when it comes to packaging. I forgot to grab this palette on the floor. When it comes to packaging and design for Odenzai, they really are super, super stunning. Like, for Odenzai, I really started to jump into the brand a lot more when I picked up the Legendary Diversa collection, and this whole outer packaging of this entire collection is just so freaking gorgeous. Like, we have the fancy face looking like a hummingbird goddess, and I just love the whole theming. It looks so gorgeous. And then the actual inside feels like a storybook. Like, honestly, it feels like they're telling a story, and I just love it. I love the inside with the hummingbird, and then the color story is actually freaking stunning. I love it. But it's mostly about this outer packaging that really got me with this collection. But also the color stories are gorgeous, and obviously Odenzai formula is phenomenal. And then we have the Giant Wolves palette from Annette's Makeup Corner. And this one is, of course, amazing as well. This one has the wolves on it, and she's just looking like a wolf goddess. And again, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. And then the same thing with the inner packaging. It's just so beyond pretty. And then the actual inside with the paw print. And this color story is one of my absolute favorites from Odenzai. These are so stunning, gorgeous colors. And again, just the whole design of this entire collection is so beyond gorgeous. They just really killed it with this one. And this really made me fall in love with the brand more. And also made me fall in love with collecting some of their collections, because I have all 4 of these palettes. And then the last one of this series in the 3 that originally launched was Judy's Red Dragon palette. And again, I love this one. I love the fiery background, and it kind of looks like she's being embraced by a dragon. It's just so freaking cool. And then the same inner packaging, and again, it's kind of like a storybook. Like, I feel like it's almost like kind of comic book kind of. And it just looks so freaking sick. And then this is the inside, and just, you guys know what warm tones do to me. This palette's absolutely stunning. And I love the dragon on the inside. Oh, I love this palette so much. It's gorgeous. This is one of my favorite ones as well. And it's just, I love like the whole ombre on the backs as well of these palettes. It's just everything down to the last detail is so beyond gorgeous. And then the last one is Angelica Nyquist's palette, which is called the Hella palette. And this one is so sick as well because it has the black and white on the outside, and I love that it has the snake and the wolf. And then when you pull it out, it turns into color, which I am obsessed with this palette. I think that's so cool. I love this green. It just really draws you in. And then the inner packaging I absolutely love because you have Angelica on the top of the good and evil side, and it's just so cool. I love it because she's the goddess of death. And then the color story is amazing. I love this palette. It's simply gorgeous. And then the same thing on the back. It's just, everything is amazing about this whole theme and packaging. Everything is just so gorgeous. So of course I had to mention this palette as well. And then the last one I had to mention, of course, is the Merry Christmas palette. Everything about The packaging of this is so freaking gorgeous. I love the Christmas tree. I love the colors of the Christmas tree. I love how it reflects. And then it's the same on the inside as well. And then when you open it up, you have this beautiful color story. And it's just, again, I love the inner packaging of like the snowflake design. Everything down to the last detail is absolutely stunning. So again, I could not mention packaging without mentioning Odin's-Eye. They really just kill it with the packaging, and everything is just so gorgeous. So I had to mention the packaging of their eyeshadow palettes because they are stunning. And then I wanted to mention these as well because I honestly picked these up because of the packaging, and that is the Odin's-Eye Soulmate 2 highlighter and blushes. Oh my god, there's not many blushes and highlights that I'm mentioning in this video, but I have to mention these. These are some of the most stunning products that I own. I just absolutely love the compacts, and I love the insides of these, like everything down again to the last detail is so gorgeous. I love the outer like crescent moon here. It's just so gorgeous, and I love the purple color. It really just captures your attention. And then on the inside you have the gorgeous like embossment of the moon, and this highlighter is actually freaking amazingly stunning. I love it. It's just so gorgeous. But definitely the packaging got me with these, but also the products are phenomenal. But I just absolutely love this one. And then the same with the blush. It just looks so pretty. And I love the captivating color of the like orange color. And this one is the sun as opposed to this one, which is the moon, excuse me. But that is such a pretty imprint of the sun. And then when you open it up, it has, again, the imprint of the sun on the actual packaging. It's just so gorgeous. And this blush is actually freaking gorgeous as well. How many times can I say that? But really, the packaging on these are just stunning. So these are some of the most stunning compacts that I own in my collection. And I just really wanted to mention Odin's-Eye because they really do kill it with the packaging, with everything. So obviously, I could not do this video without mentioning them. Why can I close this? Okay, there we go. I did just get my nails done, by the way, and I kind of like got another chrome shade. I'm not as obsessed with this one as I was the first time because kind of the lighter shades dry a little bit better than the darker shades, but I still think this looks really cool. It does look really cool on camera. So, okay, so that was Odin's-Eye. Now let's jump into ColourPop. Because ColourPop really knows what they're doing when it comes to the packaging of things. So I have quite a bit of eyeshadow palettes to talk about. And then I want to talk about one of my favorite collections that they've ever done. But ColourPop really knows what they're doing when it comes to packaging. So the ones that I really want to mention first are these two. And honestly, I had not picked up any full collections from ColourPop. Like, I'm talking about the whole collection at one time because they do sell, like... Sorry, I just got home from the nail salon, so I'm a little bit thirsty. But these two collections really got me because it's not just the nostalgia of it, and also just the packaging is amazing on these. But I grew up on both of these, and also these were some of my favorite TV shows, if not my favorite TV shows when I was growing up. So I bought the entire collections of both of these launches, and one of them is the Lizzie McGuire collection. I have the eyeshadow palette, I have the blushes, I have the lip glosses, and I have the lip scrub as well. I used to buy the whole collection because I used to give some of these products to one of my friends that's not one of my friends anymore. We just grew apart. We just stopped talking. It is what it is. But I did give her one of the gloss sets, but that's also a reason why I wanted to buy the full set. And I also gave her the two Glitterly Obsessed pots as well because I knew I wasn't going to use those and I didn't need all four of the lip glosses. But I'm obsessed with the outer packaging of this. I love the tie-dye. I love that it's like the flower power with the animated Lizzie McGuire. I mean, of course, y'all know that that was one of the big parts of the show. And I love for this one that the outer packaging is different from the inner packaging. I love when they do that. I think that's such a fun touch. And these are two completely different animations. And then it says what dreams are made of. And then there's Lizzie again. And then Lizzie on the back as well. And then when you open it up, just so freaking cute with the tie-dye imprint and everything. It just looks so good. Of course, the plastic insert flew out, but I love that Lizzie's on the mirror. I never use these mirrors, so I usually just leave them covered. I just don't uncover them. I feel like it just keeps the palette a little bit cleaner. That's just me, but I love that with the flower, and then the inside with the imprint of even the flowers on the back, like here. So freaking gorgeous, right? Like so cute. I love that detail of the flowers here around the pans, and then the tie-dye color is just gorgeous. And I also really love this palette as well. It's a really good palette, but definitely got this palette because of the theme. I can't say that I didn't. And I also love the theming of the blushes. But I really wanted to point out some of the gloss sets for both of the collections that I'm going to talk about. Oh my god, this is so freaking annoying. We're not going to do that. We're just not. We're just putting it back in the box. That's really annoying me. But this collection also had the gloss set. And I don't know if some of these might have turned a little bit because I really don't use these too much. But I just think that the sets of these, I could literally see these in like a Claire's or something, or like in a retail store. And I love the packaging of the gloss sets for this. I really don't use these too often. I just really love, again, the packaging of these. Just so cute. And I love that it's like a juicy tube. I just want to smell it. I guess it still smells okay. I could pop on a little bit of one of the glosses right now, but I just cannot be bothered. But I just think they're super cute. They have a bit of a plumping sensation for me, so they're not my absolute favorite formula. And this is the clear one. Just how cute are these, right? But I just want to pop on a tiny little bit, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty. Pop on a little bit here, too. Just right on the center. That's just a clear gloss. This one, it was the one that I definitely used the most. And they still smell okay too. And maybe they lost a little bit of their plumping effect because they're a bit older now. But this shade is called Lizzie. And again, I just think this is super cute, aesthetically pleasing. And I think I freaking love it. I think it's so adorable. So those are the little gloss sets. Yeah, it's definitely not as plumping as it used to be because it is a bit older. But I definitely love the glossy effect that it gave my lips. But super, super cute. And then this collection, of course, I bought because of the theming and the packaging. And again, this was my other favorite show and probably my favorite cartoon of all time. And that is the Powerpuff Girls collection. Everything down to the last detail of this collection is so cute and just so much fun. I love the outer box that it has the heart of the Powerpuff Girls. And this is how they used to introduce them in the show, is that they would fly up into the heart and say Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. And it's just really just nostalgic for me. And I love that the cutout is on the box when you open it. And then the actual packaging is so cute. And I really do love like how substantial and weighty this is. It actually has a really good weight to it. And I love the three girls on the palette. And then when you open it up, this is not my favorite color story. I don't really rank this one too high when I talk about my ColourPop palettes. It is a fun palette, and I really like the formula of some of these shades, but it's not really the best color story-wise from ColourPop. I definitely prefer the color story of the Lizzie McGuire palette over this one, but this palette is still really fun. I love the hearts and the flowers, just so cute, and I love the three girls on the mirror. And this mirror is giant. I think I've actually used this mirror a couple of times because it's actually a really, really good mirror. So everything, again, about the packaging. And then I really love the imprints of the girls on the inside. It's just so adorable. Like, are you kidding me? And then same thing again when it comes to the lip glosses, because honestly, like, I don't really buy lipsticks that when it comes to packaging, but I think that the gloss sets that ColourPop comes out with are so adorable that I have to mention them. Like, look how adorable this is. And I definitely got this because of the packaging. I did not need this. But again, I could see this in a Claire's somewhere in like a retail store. They really could sell this as a set. And then these are the 3 glosses. I prefer these over the So Juicy glosses. My favorite one out of the 3 is Blossoms. It smells really good, but I love how it has... I knew all 3 of them were going to fall out because they don't stay in the insert, but that's okay. Like, I'm obviously not going to leave them in there. But I love the imprint of the girls on the actual tubes. I think that's such a great detail. And then Bubbles and then Buttercup. Just so adorable. Like, definitely did not need these because they all smell the same. But they are so cute that you don't really care because I really just think they nailed the packaging of this whole collection. I really just think that their packaging becomes better and better and better, and I think it's freaking adorable. So I really do love this collection as well. So those are the ColourPop Lizzie McGuire and Powerpuff Girls, and then there are a few palettes I just want to shout out from ColourPop that it has to do with the packaging. The first one is definitely the Hocus Pocus 2 collection. I think they killed it with this packaging. And I just love, again, that it has that cutout packaging, and I love the animated characters. And then when you open it up, it has the cutout here, and then it has like the imprint on the inside of the print of all the like cute stuff from the movie. And then the colors of this is just so sick, and I love the animation of the 3 sisters. And then when you open it up, it has a different illustration of them on the actual palette. And then just, I love the pop of green background and the constellation type of design. It's just so pretty. And then of course the color story is really, really cute. I really like this palette as well, but again, I really just bought this because of the packaging, because I'm not really the biggest Hocus Pocus fan, but I just thought this packaging was so sick, and the palette ended up being really great. So I really do love the packaging of this as well. And then same thing goes with the Malibu Barbie palette. I was not going to buy this, but then it kind of sucked me in because I was watching quite a few videos on the collection. And this one is the Malibu Barbie palette. And again, the packaging is just so super cute. This one I definitely have used, I think, more than the Lizzie McGuire and the Powerpuff Girls. Like, out of the 3, this one is definitely my favorite palette out of the 3. I really love the quality of this one. I love the color story of this one. I think you can do so much with it. And it's such a great summer palette. And I love the rectangular pans. Oh, so, so good. And I love the mirror. I just love the whole theming of this collection as well. Super cute packaging. Everything about it is just so adorable. So I love that one too. Hold on, I want to just grab a couple more things. Okay, the rest of the ColourPop palettes I'm just going to go through really quickly because I don't want to be here forever and talk about every single palette. So definitely the next one is the Mandalorian, the child palette. It's so freaking cute. This one really sucked me in because of how cute it is, and also the palette ended up being really, really good, but everything in it, like the cutest in the galaxy with the little Baby Yoda and the actual outer packaging, is just so the cutest thing you've ever seen, right? Isn't it so adorable? I love it so much. Like, that makes me want to talk like that every single time I look at it because it's so freaking adorable. And this is like still the only Star Wars 9 pan that I own because it's just so cute, and it's actually a really good palette. And then same thing goes for this one. This one I especially bought for the packaging because I don't know why I bought this palette, to be honest, but just such cute packaging. That is the Bambi palette. Like, how freaking adorable is this? Like, with how small it is and everything. I don't know why they made it so overpriced, though. That's the thing that bothers me. But the packaging on this is so freaking cute. And I love the little, like, 5 pan. I was about to say 9 pan. And the little Bambi. And it even has a mirror, which the mirror, of course, ups the cost. But it's just so adorable. Like, everything about it with the floral print and everything. It's just so cute. I love how adorable this is. I love how it's like as small as your hand. It really is adorable. So they definitely got me with packaging on this one, but I have used it a few times, but it's definitely a one note palette. You can't really get much versatility on it, but it's super cute. And then some other Disney collabs that I really loved was the Frozen 2 palettes. I love the packaging on these. It's just so freaking pretty. It has the same inner design with Anna on it. It just looks so sick, right? Like the design of this is so freaking cool. And I love the print of the designs and everything. And then on the inside, it also has some different designs. And then also the same thing on the outside of the mirror. Just gorgeous packaging. I really do love this palette too. It's one of my absolute favorite 9 pans from ColourPop. But also, I just love, she looks so cool here. And it's just sick. I love the packaging of this. And then the same thing with the Elsa palette. I love the snowflake on the outside. Just really, really beautiful. These are such nice quality too if you have them in person. The outer boxes and the actual packaging is so cool. And I love Elsa's picture and all the snowflakes. Just such sick packaging. And then on the inside it has the insert. And then it has the floral, the snowflake design around all of the inside of the eyeshadow pans, and then the same thing on the outside of the mirror. This is not my favorite color story wise, but packaging wise, I think that they absolutely killed it with the packaging of this collection. I mean, with their Disney collabs, Disney actually designs all the packaging, so that's why they are literally like my favorite packaging wise, because I think like some of the animators make like the outer packaging for some of these, and just so beautiful. So I love the packaging of that collection. And then I also love the Star Wars palette. I mean, this is also a Disney collection, obviously. But the thing that makes this so cool for the outer box is that they have like literally the imprint of the Death Star on the actual print of the box. And I think that is such a sick detail. Like, can you see like those little lines there? That is the print of the Death Star on the actual palette. That is such a sick detail that just makes it so much more fun and such a cool experience. And then on the inside of the palette, it has the Starfighter packaging in there, which is, and design. Isn't that so sick? And then the actual palette has, for me, it makes me think of when the Star Wars logo flashes on the screen. It goes like, and then it like melts into the background. Hope I don't get copyright struck, but I don't think I will for literally like 2 seconds. I'm not even like singing it. But this is just so cool. I love like that it has like the imprint of the actual Death Star again. And then on the inside, I love that it has the movie poster design on the actual inside. And then I love the stars background on the eyeshadows, and this is a really good palette as well. I really love the color story, and everything about this palette is really, really good. But definitely the packaging of this definitely got me. Of course, I am such a old school Star Wars fan. I'm not really in love with the new Star Wars things, but Andor is really, really good. But I love this original Star Wars box, of course. And then the last one from Disney that I want to shout out is the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. Again, the packaging is so dope on this. I love that we have Jack and Zero on the outside. It is the same on the inside, so it's not that much different, obviously. And then it does have Sally on both the front and the back. I wish they would have made it a little bit different for the packaging, but I love the inside mirror with all of the like treats that like pop out at the bottom of the tree when the kids open the presents. That's like a a jack-in-a-box of a pumpkin and a cat and all the presents. And then on the inside it has like the bats and like the imprint of everything, and it's just so cool. I love it. And this is a really, really good palette as well. They really do kick up the quality of the Disney palettes, but this is one of the best quality-wise. And just like the colors are just really matte and really pigmented, and the orange in here is amazing. It's just such a good palette. I love that one. If you can still get your hands on it. And then the last palette I want to talk about is the Harry Potter one. I think that they killed it with the packaging of this one. It's just so freaking cool. I love the outer box that, again, I love when they do this cutout kind of packaging because it makes me not want to get rid of the outer box because I feel like it's a whole experience. And then I love that it opens up like a kind of like a spell book. It's just so sick. Or like a textbook from Hogwarts, and then it has the shield on the inside of the 4 houses, and then this is the actual palette. And you guys know this was my favorite palette of 2022, so I really don't have to go into it, but I love that it has the imprints of the footsteps of the Marauders map on the inside. I love that they went with that design because this automatically makes me think of the Marauders map in the movie, and it's just so cool. I absolutely love the packaging of this one. I actually whipped out this one yesterday and used it yesterday on my eyes. So I really love this palette, and I just wanted to give it a little bit more love. So I used it yesterday, and I really do love this palette. So I just love the packaging of it. And I also love that they have the houses imprinted on the inside. Like, again, a really beautiful detail that really ColourPop just kills it with. Okay, and then my favorite collection packaging wise from ColourPop is definitely, and I've mentioned this before on my channel, is the Midnight Masquerade collection. This is still my all-time favorite packaging wise. They just really killed it with the packaging of this collection specifically. I misplaced another blush that I wanted to talk about, but I love the individual compacts of these because it has each individual princess on it. This one has Aurora, and it's a beautiful highlighter, but Aurora's my favorite princess, and they nailed it with this one. Same thing with Belle. This is actually one of my favorite blushes that I own from ColourPop. This blush is phenomenal. Why did that fly on the way over here? But this blush is absolutely amazing. I love this blush. And then we have 3 that come in the boxes because I bought these ones separately on the website. The other 2 I bought the matching lipstick to them. This one is Horse and Carriage, and this one is Cinderella. I'm like, are you joking me? And again, this highlighter is phenomenal. I'm actually going to keep this one out because I want to use this one again soon. So I'm going to keep this one out to use, and I'm also going to keep out the blush as well, and also the Aurora highlighter, because I've just been trying to rotate a lot of blushes and highlights in my collection. I've been doing a really good job, but I want to use those next. Then this one is Floating Lights from Tangled, and this one is Rapunzel's highlighter. Why can't I open these boxes? But this one is, I just scratched the back of it, but this one is Rapunzel's. Like, how pretty. Like, they have not done a huge collection like this with Disney in quite a while, but they really did, like, come out with, like, so many good shades in this collection, especially for deeper skin tones, and they came out with Tiana's and Esmeralda's, but I still bought 5 of the individual compacts because I just thought that they were so beautifully packaged. I just couldn't buy them all at the same time, simply just because I couldn't afford them all at the same time. I did buy those 2 other sets from Ulta. And then this one is Megura's. Like, are you joking with this packaging? It's just so pretty. I love it so much. It's still my all-time favorite packaging that I've ever done for any Disney collection. I wish they would bring this collection back. I know they had the palette available for a really, really long time, but everything about this collection is just so beautiful, and I love, like, the design of, like, the mask on the outside, and then the same thing with the palette. It just looks so pretty together. It's basically like the fairy dust of Cinderella's fairy godmother is the theme that they went with for mostly all of the packaging design, but it's so gorgeous. And then this is the eyeshadow palette, which this is my favorite Disney palette that they've ever done. But they've also, this is the only one that they did that has this like octagon packaging. And I think that made this palette really fun and unique. And then the inside of it has all the princesses on the top here. Like, how cool is that? Isn't that beautiful? And then the actual palette is amazing. I love the color story. I love this dark row of mattes and the lighter mattes. And then these shimmers are gorgeous. Just such an amazing palette. This really is a killer collection. One of my all-time favorites. So I had to mention the packaging of this. It's just so freaking good. Okay, so we're almost done with ColourPop, but I had to mention these two blushes. I solely bought these because of the packaging, because I don't even play Animal Crossing, but for some reason I had to have these blushes and a couple of the lippies, but I think the packaging of these are so adorable, so I had to pick these up, and the only reason was because of the cute Flower Power packaging is just so adorable. So this is the Flower Power shade, and this is Flower Tender. I think they're the absolute same on the inside. But again, they killed it with the packaging of these. Super cute, and I love the imprint of the actual flower on the inside, outside of the mirror, and then the actual packaging has the flower inside. Like, how cute is that? And I actually just recently used both of these blushes. So again, I really am just trying to rotate blushes in my collection. And then the same thing with the Flower Tender blush, because it also has the inner floral print packaging, and it's just so pretty. I actually love the glitter overlay of this one because it's more of an overspray. It doesn't transfer to your cheeks, but it's just so cute. So yeah, I definitely solely bought these because of the packaging, because like I said, I didn't even play Animal Crossing because I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I would love to, but just super cute. And then the last compact that I want to mention from ColourPop is just this Maleficent one, because this was part of the Disney Villains collection. Yes, I'm taking you down memory lane with this, because the packaging of this was absolutely sick. I love the neon kind of head packaging that they did for all of the villains, but this was the only one that I picked up, and this is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. As you guys can see, I picked this one up so much, and I love the outer rim. I just love that detailing that they do of the mirror. It just makes it so much more aesthetically pleasing, but the packaging of this is amazing, so I had to mention that one. And then these two, I had to mention these little like powder poof kind of packaging ones that they have. So this one is the Bambi highlighter. Look how cute this is. Like, are you kidding me? I had to get this because I love that it has Bambi, and then we have the flower, and then we have Thumper. Like, how adorable. And then it has like this inner poof. Like, I loved that they did this. It is kind of big, but I think that the products are actually really, really beautiful. And I love this. The glitter was going to go everywhere. Why did I take that out? Why did I do that? But this highlighter is actually gorgeous. So I just wanted to mention this outer packaging is so adorable. I love it. And then I also got the Candyland one. Are you serious? And look at the top of it. And then this is the side with the Candy Queen. I don't even know which character this is, but it's just so cute. Like, how adorable. Like, and it's actually really, really nice quality. And I love the top of this one as well. They're just so adorable. I love these so much. They haven't come out with them since the Bambi collection, probably because people thought that they were too big and bulky, but I really love the packaging of them. They're just so cute. Okay, so that is everything. This is actually my favorite lippy packaging-wise from ColourPop, and that's the Barbie one. And this is the Malibu Beach set. I don't even know if they have this collection available anymore, but I love the clear packaging of this lipstick. It's just so much fun. And I love how it looks like kind of just like plasticky, kind of like Barbie. But I also really love that it has the Barbie imprint on the actual lipstick. And y'all know I love the ColourPop Luxe lipsticks. I'm wearing Layover today, which is like one of my go-to everyday shades. But I really do love that plastic packaging. It really makes it fun. and really makes me think of Barbie when I use this, but also the lippy is a beautiful color. I wore this a ton when I first got it. Okay, so that is everything from ColourPop. Now let's just shout out a few random things. I have to mention Melt, and I want to mention two of their palettes specifically. The first one is the Beetlejuice, the Waiting Room palette. Everything about the packaging of this collection was just so beautiful and just so sick. Like, why doesn't Melt go back to things like this? Like, I feel like everything they've been releasing lately, it's just getting boring. They've just become very super generic. They're not really that edgy brand that you would like kind of look forward to all of their launches really anymore. The only reason why I bought the palette that I'm going to be talking about next is because it was a super limited edition one, and also that they haven't really released anything interesting that I've been remotely interested in. And then the inner packaging is so sick. I love that it has the snake from Beetlejuice. Like, are you joking? Isn't that awesome? And then the inner packaging has one of the actual shots from the movie, and so that's why I've never taken this out of here, because it has one of the inserts from one of the shots in the waiting room from Beetlejuice. And then I love like this kind of hypnosis background, and then the imprints of the actual eyeshadows have the snake. I don't even know what it is, but it just looks so sick, right? Isn't that so cool? Like, everything about the packaging of this, 10 out of 10. And I've used this palette a lot, and I actually really love the formula of this one. Melt's palettes are super duper pigmented. I like the formula of this one than the next one I'm going to talk about. I know a lot of people love the next one I'm going to talk about, but honestly, it's my least favorite formula-wise that I own from Melt. I prefer the Mary Jane palette over the one I'm going to talk about, but just the red packaging and everything about it really sucks you in, and the packaging is absolutely amazing on it. And then the other one I had to mention packaging-wise is, of course, the Muerte palette. I love this Sugar Skull packaging for the Day of the Dead. It's just so phenomenally gorgeous, and I picked this up when they re-released it back in, I can't believe it's only been since November that I've had this palette. I feel like I got this like ages ago already, but I love that it has like the softer packaging on the inside, and it's a little bit more raised than the outer packaging. And then even the mirror is just so cool that it has like the gold foil embossment on the outside. And then just the layout and everything is so aesthetically pleasing. But it really is a gorgeous collection. And these are the things that used to excite me about Melt. And I love the back of all the flowers. It's just so gorgeous. I love the mint color. It's just such a beautiful palette, and I will cherish this because of the packaging, honestly. Like, I really did pick this up because of the packaging. I don't really like the formula too much in this one, but I love it for the packaging. I was kind of thinking about selling it a couple of times just because I don't really love the palette. But I'm like, no, Caitlin, you've been waiting so long to get this palette that you finally just decided to get it, and I just love the packaging. So like I said before, we have to mention HipDot when it comes to packaging. I only have a couple more things to talk about, and then we'll finally be done because my throat is so dry right now. So let's talk about HipDot. And I would have shown you like the whole locker from this collection, but I solely got this collection because of the packaging, because this is the other thing that is just super nostalgic to me besides Lizzie McGuire, Powerpuff Girls, and Barbie, and that is the movie Clueless. And HipDot came out with a Clueless collection back in 2020, and they came out with this palette that literally I solely bought this because of the packaging. I don't even like the color story that much, but the quality of HipDot is actually really good, and this was actually the first time I was trying their eyeshadows, and their eyeshadows are great. But I love this furry packaging. It actually doesn't even shed that much, but it just feels so nice, and this just gives it a whole mood of how much effort they put into the packaging of this. But because this is the furry fabric that was on Cher's notebook in the movie, And then on the inside is the actual palette. And I love how the mirror is shaped like the actual mirror in her, sorry, I just blinded you guys, in her closet, where it has like that gold frame to it and it says Total Betty. And this is the color story, which again, the color story isn't that great. But the quality of the shadows are really, really good. But I did buy the whole collection because it came as a set. So it came with a lip gloss and it came with a cell phone packaged blush palette, which the blush palette is not that good, but I have to show you the packaging of that one. Let me go grab it. Hold on. But I love that it has like the names of all like the things in the movie that I love, like Full on Monet, Totally Paused. I think there's even, is there a Rolling with the Homies? No, whatever. Like, just so adorable. And again, these are actually gorgeous shadows, and the mattes are really, really good. But I just love this furry packaging on the outside. I love how Makeup Revolution did that recently with their Grinch collection. It's kind of like Hip Dot did it 2 years ago, but a lot of people have been liking that Grinch palette. But I am not a fan of Makeup Revolution, but I love this palette. It's so cute. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys that I did keep the box that the Clueless palette came in because, I mean, the Clueless collection came in because, again, I just thought that this was such an experience. Like, look at this thing. It is freaking huge, but are you kidding me with how cute this is? And it kind of makes me feel like I'm getting, like, a PR package, so that's why I kept it. And then it opens up from here. It's just a flap, so it's actually really easy to open. And then that's where I would originally keep the eyeshadow palette, which I think I'm going to stick it back in here. Like, I don't need it on display anymore, but this is just a whole mood. And isn't it so freaking sick? Like, I love it. Well, that's what I need to talk about anyway. But isn't that so cute? And it has the furry pen in there with the notebook. That I love. I love the furry pen. Like, everything about this. I could not throw out this package. I had to keep this on my bookshelf. So I will cherish this for forever. And it really gives me the memories of Clueless. So I had to buy this collection. There was no way that I couldn't. And then this is the cell phone blush palette. Like, how cute! Like, how adorable. It has like a little antenna, but when you open it up, it says, I was just totally clueless. And then there's a little flap that you open that literally like looks like a huge cell phone from the 90s. Sorry, everything is flying everywhere. But I love it has a little heart-shaped mirror. Like, who's going to use this mirror? Like, are you really going to use... Are you really going to use the palette like this as you're trying to use the blush? Like, this mirror is honestly not the greatest, but it's just cute for the theming. I really love that. And I love that the, like, highlighters go a bit darker so they can, you know, suit a lot of different skin tones. But this bronzer is definitely too dark for me that's in here. Why is there hair on this? And the only thing I can really use in this palette is the blush. And the blush is actually really good. But the other products are just too dark for me. But I didn't care because it's Clueless. And I love that it's shaped like a cell phone. Like, are you joking? It's so adorable. And I love the outer classic packaging. It's just so freaking adorable. So I absolutely love this whole packaging experience as well. And then this I definitely did not need in my collection. But again, this is definitely something I bought solely just because of the packaging, and that's the Addams Family collection from Hip Dot. I need to see if, yeah, the lipsticks are all in here. So it opens like a coffin, and it opens up like this. Look at this. Isn't that so sick? I'm not going to open everything, but I just love looking at this and displaying this. I do whip out the palette every once in a while. I don't think the lipsticks are as good, but I love the packaging of the lipsticks. These are definitely some of my favorite packaging-wise in my collection. I love the whole design on them, and this is what it looks like. It doesn't have like an imprint on it or anything, but it just looks really cool. I don't love the formula of these, though. They're a little bit dry, but the packaging is so sick on these, and I love that it has a little pin. It's just so cute. So they came out with this for the animated movie, but I can channel my inner Wednesday when I watch the Netflix series when I wear this. So I do whip it out for Halloween, and I wear it a couple of times during October. So it's not like I don't. I probably wear this palette more than the Clueless one. These are both Hip Dot palettes because I like the color story more of this one. I love how deep and dark it is. But it's a really fun palette. And again, their quality is actually top notch. And then the last eyeshadow palette I wanted to mention is that I think that this is one of the most beautifully packaged Nomad palettes I own. And this is the Nomad Verona palette. And honestly, I bought this solely for the packaging when it first launched. But I really have come to absolutely love this palette. But if it wasn't for the gorgeous packaging of this, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. But I love this theme because I love the Romeo and Juliet theme. I actually really love that it opens up like this. And I love that it's two different color stories. And I've been using this palette a lot. And I love the ombre background. I love that it looks more burnt pinky red on this side, and this looks deep and dark, like bluish purple. It's just so pretty. I love it. And I love the mirrors on the either side of the palette. I'm never going to use these. I think they're honestly, like, who's going to hold the palette like this to do their makeup? They're a bit impractical, to be honest. Like, you would have to hold it like this in order to see what you're doing. And I also love the embossments of Nomad's palettes. If I could hold this, I love the embossments of the hearts and the mask and the moon. It's just, and the potion. It's just so adorable. They really do think about every last detail, and the imprints on the eyeshadows and the engravings are just so pretty. And I love this packaging. It's just so sick looking. So I had to mention that one for the packaging. So that is all the palettes that I really picked up because of packaging. Now let's just talk about two blushes. These are definitely the most beautifully packaged blushes in my entire collection. And I think a lot of people have mentioned these in this video, but it has to go to the Winky Lux ones. And these are, oh my God, can I hold these normally, Caitlin? Jesus. So these are the Winky Lux blushes, and it's just, I literally picked these up because they were shaped like a flower, and I think I saw these originally on the Fancy Faces channel. But come on, are you joking? Like, how can you not buy this because of the packaging? It's so freaking gorgeous, and these are actually really good blushes as well. But the packaging on these, I really do think that Winky Lux stepped it up a notch when they released these, and this is the pinky color. So freaking gorgeous. I absolutely love the packaging on those. Just so beautiful. And then this one, I mean, let's get real. I love Dior, but I really do love the packaging of this. It's probably my favorite packaging wise when it comes to a luxury brand, and that is this Christian Dior bronzer. I also have the highlighter as well, but they literally have the same packaging, so I don't have to talk about both. But I love how it has like this white leather embossment, kind of like their handbags. Like, this is kind of their signature stitching for their handbags. But I just love this for the outer compact. This is the inner compact. It's not really that thrilling. The Dior is completely worn off from the center because I use it a ton. But I love that it has that soft, cushiony leather packaging. I literally could just feel this all day because it's just so soft. But it really is beautiful packaging. So I really love that as well. I'm just going to put that back in front of me because it just sits in front of me. Okay, and then some lipsticks that I love the packaging of. Are these from Urban Decay, and Urban Decay just doesn't really put as much detail into their packaging as they used to, but this one's part of the Alice in Wonderland collection, and honestly, I really did not use this lippy a whole lot, but I really just loved the kaleidoscope packaging from the Alice in Wonderland collection. It's just super pretty. And then I also had this Gwen Stefani one that they came out with. Like, these are like down memory. Why do I keep on saying memory lane in this video? Memory lane. Jesus. So this one is the Gwen Stefani tube. Again, super pretty. And I don't even love this lipstick that much, but I really love the outer packaging. Honestly, I don't think that these formulas from Urban Decay. These are kind of more like tinted lipsticks. They're not that great. I don't think they're that good. I wish they would have made them more of their pigmented lipsticks because I love their regular like soft matte formula. I wish if they were that formula, I probably would wear these more often, but I just love these because of the packaging. I keep these on display. And then the last one is the Game of Thrones one. Like, look how cool this tube is. I think my favorite lipsticks packaging wise that I own are from Urban Decay because I used to think that they did like the most gorgeous packaging. And again, I don't even like this lippy that much, but I bought it solely because of the packaging. That's the only thing that I bought from the collection. I also have the highlighting palette. I don't think the highlighting palette was anything that special to show you guys. I think the lipstick is much more beautiful. And then the last things, I love these highlighters, but I also really love the packaging of the Kaleidos highlighters. I just think they're so cool and like these futuristic kind of looking tins, and the highlighters are so beyond gorgeous. But I think that the packaging is just so high quality. I love that it's kind of more metal on the inside as opposed to plastic, and I just think they're so nice. And then this one is Solar Sailor. I just love the design of them. They just look so futuristic and cool. And these highlighters are so stunning. I really love both of these. So yeah, that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. Let me know if you guys have bought any of these products just because of the packaging. Do you love them a lot? Or what other products that have you been sucked into just because of packaging? I really would love to know. I just bought the Snow White collection, like the eyeshadow palette and everything. And honestly, if that was not Snow White, I would have not picked it up. I was going to wait until I received it to film this video, but I was like, I have way too many products to talk about. So yeah, I love you guys. And I also bought 2 of the palettes from the Perfect World collection from Odin's Eye, from Betty Jean, and Makeup Just for Fun because of the packaging. But also the color stories are super pretty, and I love Odin's Eye. I originally was going to skip over them, but then I was like, I really want them because I think the packaging is so pretty, and also I can't wait to try them. So yeah, I love you guys. Bye. Okay, so I forgot to mention 2 more things for you guys. I'm a little bit shiny, but I don't care because I'm probably going to take this makeup off soon. I've had it on since class this morning. But I forgot to mention 2 things that aren't ColourPop, that are Disney things that I've picked up. 2 things that aren't from ColourPop that are for like Disney collections. And this is the first and only thing I've ever picked up from Besame, but Besame does come out with Disney collections quite often, but this is the only thing that I've ever been interested in owning from Besame, and that is the Sleeping Beauty blush and highlight palette. I think that they came out with this collection like I think 3 years ago. But the outer packaging isn't that great. It's the inner packaging that really gets me because this is so beyond gorgeous and really does capture how beautiful the like backgrounds were in Sleeping Beauty. And I love that it has Sleeping Beauty's castle and the birdies and the layers of like the animation in this movie when it comes to like the backgrounds, like we're all hand painted and has like the layers of the castle and then the grass and then the trees and then the bushes and the little animals and then Aurora, of course. And then on the inside it actually has 3 beautiful blushes, and this highlighter is actually, they're actually all amazing products. I love everything in this palette. The blushes are phenomenal and the highlighters are gorgeous. And then these 2 like little like the embossments of the tree detailing on the actual mirror, and you actually can still see yourself in this mirror. It's just so beyond pretty. So I really do love everything about the packaging of this. It's just beautiful. And then I have this MAC compact of, remember when MAC did the Aladdin collection? I have a couple of compacts that I love, but this one's my favorite, and this is the Aladdin collection that they did when the live action movie came out. But I love it because it has the genie lamp on the actual imprint of the highlighter, and this highlighter is actually really pretty too. I haven't used it in a hot minute. I want to whip out a lot of my MAC highlighters again. I've just been trying to rotate a bunch of highlighters and blushes, but I definitely want to whip this out again. But look how cool that is with the imprint of the actual magic lamp from the genie. Like, that's just so sick, right? And I just love the outer packaging as well. But that's it. Now, this video is way too long. So, goodbye.